Footwear company Allbirds announcing this week it has now returned its PPP small business loan. Joining us to talk and discuss about this decision and so much more is the co-founder of Allbirds and its co-CEO, Joey Zwillinger. Good morning to you, Joey. Good morning. I don't have I should have put my Allbirds on this morning. It's nice to see you. You made what was maybe a controversial decision or hard decision, which was you took the PPP loan at the outset and then you decided to return it. Why?
Yeah, there's been a lot of hard decisions throughout this crisis for us, as I'm sure there has been for a lot of businesses. When this thing started in the U.S. at least, and we'd experienced some of it in China with our stores over there, retail got hit really hard. And I think you don't need to look any further than the current news of Neiman Marcus and J. Crew, big household brand names going out of business or going bankrupt at least. And, we were no exception. And for the first time since we launched in March of 2016, we were losing a ton of money. And it was a very uncomfortable situation. And we shut down our stores globally. We have 18 retail stores across the globe. And when we shut that down, we also had to simultaneously shut down e-commerce in parts of the world, in Australia and New Zealand. We couldn't operate. So the uncertainty was incredibly high. The pain on the business was pretty tough. And so we really were looking at a whole bunch of scenarios of what to do. And the PPP offered a really interesting opportunity for small businesses. We have 350 roughly employees in the U.S. And it offered an opportunity for reprieve to allow us to keep our flock whole, as we like to call them. And so that was that part was pretty clear in the beginning. As things have happened, there's obviously been a lot of noise around the program. And in the month since it really started, I think we found that we expected that there to be the small businesses that needed the money could get it. It looks clear that there's probably not enough. And I think even as of yesterday, right, the news became really clear. So at that point, we decided that given the situation, that there was probably a whole lot of other companies out there, not just companies, but nonprofits and schools. My kids' preschool is one of them, who were unable to get loans, and that we really felt an obligation to our community to return it. And hopefully it finds its way into the hands of somebody that really needs it.
What's going to be the impact of not having it? Meaning, are you expecting to have to lay people off or furlough people as a result?
Yeah, so we made a commitment that at the outset of this, we looked into our situation, and we made a commitment to everyone on our team that we wouldn't do any layoffs through July 31st. That was a pretty big statement given how high the uncertainty is. And frankly, if we had to go back on that, we probably wouldn't have given this money back. But we feel at this point, and a month has gone by, and a lot has transpired. Some of the uncertainty is still there. Some has gone away. So we still are going to stand by our commitment. And fortunately, we feel comfortable giving back this money and not changing our commitment to keep everyone whole for pay and benefits through that period.
So the loan, I think this is the big issue with these loans, which is there's some people who need it, some people who sort of need it or would have felt more comfortable having it, and then others who maybe don't need it at all. It sounds like you were a little bit in the middle category.
I think things have changed. Things have changed dynamically throughout this situation. I would say our need relative to others is hard to assess. I think what happened between the time when we took it and when we returned it is that there was a spirit of the law, which we interpreted to be small businesses that were in dire need of money, and we fit that category. Right. And subsequently, as you see some of these companies with thousands and thousands of employees, dipping their hand into the honeypot, so to speak, and grabbing some funds, I think that has precluded people from smaller businesses to get access to that. And so that's really been the trouble. I think our need continues to be clear and is clear. We're not going out of business tomorrow, but I don't think that's the right lens to look at. So we clearly are in the Joey, right bucket.
Right. What's business like? You are a direct-to-consumer business for a large part of the business is online. It's e-commerce. I don't know. Are people buying sneakers right now?
Well, it's certainly tenuous. Our stores are still closed, and even as some of these regions start to reopen, some are asking you to do curbside pickup and stuff. We're not going to be racing. We're not the first ones to open, so we still have a very large portion of our business shut down. Fortunately, we came out with a running shoe recently, and fortunately, it's our first performance running shoe. It was welcomed by the community really well, and who would have known that we would have worked on this project for 2 years? And at the moment that we did, it's not to say that this is a great situation for anybody, but you find people with 10 years having not got off the couch and taken a run that are now strapping on running shoes and getting outside, getting on the trails and the roads, and so that has been welcomed with open arms by our customers, and so that's been a really nice reprieve for us. And we've had some other nice moments throughout this to kind of lift us up. So, it's still tenuous, but I would say that things are trending in the right direction, and some uncertainty really is lifting.
But when you say tenuous, are sales off by 10%, off 50%, off 90%? What are we talking about? It's a big percentage. I wouldn't want to share exactly how we're doing trending wise, but the basics are that we are off our plan dramatically, and particularly in a company when you're planning to grow for a year, and you. Does it feel like it's getting better or worse right now?
It's getting better. It is getting better for sure. I would say March and April were pretty dark times for the whole retail industry, when we saw reports that were 40 to 50% down for the footwear and apparel industry. And I think things are starting to emerge, and it depends by category. We happen to sell products that people get comfort from, whether it be our slip-on shoes or now an athletic shoe that people are using for fitness. So we happen to be in a better category than I think some others find themselves in. So we're expecting May to be quite a bit better.